this works. Luckily, if this fails, I can always just restart earlier in the game. But yeah, we finally got here. It was quite the trouble. To get a really old, really low-end laptop to be able to encode this thing. I had bought the capture card for this so long ago, years ago. I believe it was before COVID. But it took forever to finally figure this out. Now I'm noticing how dirty my screen is with all the white coming out.
Open your eyes.
There's Princess Zelda.
Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Do kind of have to keep mindful of the time so I don't create a super large file, because I think the computer only has like 20 gigabytes to work with, so I'll have to keep like exporting it, keeping it somewhere else, which I can definitely do. But I do need it to encode straight to the computer so it doesn't have any other issues. And I got this like mobile fan on it. I took the screen off this like tablet laptop, so it's easier to cool down and it didn't get really hot. Also because the screen kind of sucked, so there's no reason to have it on there anymore. So it's just pretty much just like a skeleton laptop with all these dongles connected to it, so it can kind of be a computer. Alright. The settings I can already tell are off. I want that fast. Aim with motion controls, okay. Jump button doesn't matter. Okay. HUD mode, I want it on Pro. This opaque. And the language, we'll leave it at English. You don't need to save those, do you? Okay. But yeah. Alright, that's a little better. I do have this paddle controller now that I'm excited to use. 'Cause it will let me like do these extra things on my controller without having to use like the weird buttons, because some of these buttons can be pretty odd in terms of their placement and people will be used to them. I know the running and jumping button are kind of far from each other. So I'm excited to use this 4-paddle Pro controller.
That is a Sheikah slate. Take it.
This is our
It will help guide you after your long slumber.
really shitty mobile tablet. It reminds me of those like kids' iPad cases that actually have a handle on them too. It's ridiculous. Could you imagine a device with bezels that big, that thick? It's Mr. Naked Man. Need his clothes. The little Triforce symbol on the bottom left of
Hold
the
the
screen.
Sheikah slate up to the pedestal.
That also only means
That
that it's
will
just
show you
master
the way.
mode. It wouldn't normally be there on the like regular standard version of the game. So right off the bat, the enemies will be harder. They regenerate health. They're like a higher level, I think, already. So yeah, it will make our weapons break more often, and among other things, to be harder to kill them. That's okay. We don't mind.
Link, you are the light. Our light. That must shine upon Hyrule once again. Now go.
Gotta love that stamina wheel. So far I've only got the 2 paddles set up. I don't know what I'll do with the other 2. I'm sure we'll figure it out. I want to see how technical we can get with this game. Just because I used to think I was pretty good at it initially. But we'll see. It's the old man, that creep. I wonder if we actually have to talk to him, or if you can't continue the game without talking to him. I like how the world looks alive, but it's kind of what do you call it? Low resolution. I've noticed over the years. This game is very low resolution. I wanted to see what happened. I know sometimes they'll have a reaction to you targeting them. What are you showing me? Where are we going? What are we looking at? Temple, yes. I know some people, yes, I stole your apple. It's pretty much messing with us that we took his apple, but he says it's okay. But, I already woke someone up. There's slumber. Yes, come at me. Oops. I meant to dodge him. See, when their health bar glows. Let's die. Yes, I don't have the things to kill this guy. But, when their health bar glows, it means they're already regenerating health. Oh, run, Link, run. Because he baked apples. But yeah. So they're a lot harder to kill. And they just... I don't know if she does this.
Link. Head for the point marked on the map in your Sheikah slate.
I guess I did, but I just forgot. Man, this game is beautiful, but God, the resolution is horrible. But yeah. They regenerate health, your weapons deteriorate, so... And since I'm not used to fighting, This should be breaking my weapon sooner than it really needs to. I'm trying to get that double hit in there because this guy dies already. Let's just make my damage more effective. I love the targeting system in this game. It really makes it look cinematic, kind of like if you're playing an RPG, except it's live. So yeah, I don't know if you saw that, you can interact with the items in the world. You can make certain reactions happen, certain cool events. So I hit this jelly, kind of has a splash, disappears. Won't do anything there, but other future versions will. But yeah, the cinematic gives this back view, and it kind of reminds me of Golden Sun's view when you're fighting. It could also be like other RPGs, as like maybe Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest, although I could be wrong about that. But I definitely think that they mastered that targeting system in this game. Although they were alright in the previous Zelda games. Definitely could have been better. Or maybe it was the combat that wasn't that well. Although this game doesn't have as many enemies to vary, the combat definitely overall is better. Especially compared to like maybe Ocarina of Time, where it's kind of just like a waiting game on some enemies, which is just like time consuming and kind of boring. So good game. This cutscene introduces us to our primary fast travel mechanic and our way to get our map more covered in terms of like our tablets map. This is a pretty interesting mechanic. There in the background you can already see there's like enemies floating. That's usually only in master mode, or it happens a lot more often in master mode. And there's chests there on those platforms. It's a pretty interesting mechanic. There's our tablet getting an update. This is the Great Plateau. Pretty good start to the game, I think. The way they designed it, kind of reminiscent of other Zelda maps in a smaller format.
Try to remember. You have been asleep for the past 100 years. The beast. When the beast regains its true power, this world will face its end. Now then, you must hurry.
I remember the first time playing this game, I was terrified of the area.
Before it's too late.
That. Just them being like, yeah, like it's already taken over. That's the final boss. You like know where to go, and then you would see that beast around. Although I wish like when you got closer he would do the same thing again, just to kind of like still scare you off. But yeah, I love the way it looked, like the castle was cursed or something was going on. It was really neat. But yeah, then let me see. These are the floating platforms I was talking about with enemies on them. Then you can see the chest there on the left side. And then these balloons are actually enemies as well. But you can just shoot them down easily with an arrow. You can actually recreate this effect yourself. Whoops. With items that the monsters drop. Hello. Why can't I scroll down? You have to do it with the D-pad? That is so weird. Anyways. It's scary. I'll never not love how this game looks though. It really does look like a Ghibli film come to life. I know a lot of people compare it that way.
Oh!
Yes. I do, but let's see what he says. But I do. I guess Link doesn't technically. Calamity Ganon. What a dope name for Ganon. He finally won 100 years ago. My boy. It only took like 20 games. Although he wasn't, you know, the villain in all those 20 games.
Oh.
I do. Not yet, but definitely do. I believe people did find a way down. Or maybe I'm mistaken. Hand it over. Give it to me. Technically there is. I find them everywhere. It's ransom. What if we just left? I thought there would be something that stops Link. Interesting.
Oh.
It's glowing now. So he wants us to start off there. The thing I'm worried about is if I don't really have the items to kill monsters. So I would hope that there's some in that shrine. I really like where most of the concepts in this game derive from shrines, towers, those kind of things. Like if you've seen those Japanese towers, kind of have a bunch of pointing out sections. Like it looks like it has multiple roofs, and then you always have smaller shrines around them as well. But this is like tech and old tech combined. Ancient tech. Here's one of our DLC things, which were these chests that just give you smaller items, although later around the open world we'll get more things, which is like items from other games, although they don't really do what they did in those other games. They just kind of for decoration, but they still look cool. They do have some what you call it, some uses, some little perks, but it's nothing crazy, nothing like they did in the past games. The only thing, unfortunately, is that those DLC items are not upgradable for some reason, which is really lame. But the amiibo items that you can get from certain Zelda amiibos, they're really cool and upgradable. So I never understood that, if they were worried about something behind a paywall being upgradable when an amiibo is still technically a paywall. Although these amiibo items are a little harder to get the whole set, but you can do this weird date thing, where you change the date on your Switch, or just like save and keep retrying. Don't save beforehand and keep it's like a gacha system. Alright, it's the Magnesis rune. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not sure. If I should use one of those for my pedals. So this is actually set to one of the D-pads. Is this set to Y? Oh, interesting. It's very interesting. So you can actually use the motion of the controller to move things around. I believe there's an enemy here. Yeah. No way. Oh, that. The only thing is that I don't know if I have enough to beat this guy. I don't know if the water does anything. Yeah, so the water will kill him. That's what I was hoping for. And then they drop this guardian material, which will be useful later, although not really anytime soon. Something a lot of people miss is this first chest. I don't know if y'all caught it there on the side. Pretty easy to miss. Kind of confusing to get for like new people. There it is. The Traveler's Bow, which is like the main, not the main bow, but the one bow that is used on all the artwork for the game. It will be this bow, which looks pretty cool. It reminds us of the hero bow from maybe Twilight Princess. There's a sleeping corpse over here, about to turn to ashes. The pose we see Link in there is It's kind of like a funny pose in terms of how they normally use that pose. They always use it as his reaction pose, if that makes sense. Like he's reacting to something, which I think is funny that he's got a pose that is reacting. But yeah. I wonder who or why these shrines would be around for so many years. If they like intended for someone to prove themselves to be the hero, it's kind of weird. It's usually been they always know who the hero is. It's just a given. Of course, old man. What else do you want? I already know about the fast traveling.
Oh.
So here he just wants us to fast travel to the top, which would in turn just let us look around and get a bird's eye view of the area, but we don't need that. Yeah, here if you use your magnesis, you can see another chest. It's right here. These are the normal chests up here. I don't know if you remember the chest we saw here earlier where I'm at. It said EX, which is, I guess, extra stuff. But yeah, so these things also contain stuff inside them. If you drop it on other hard items, they will break and I believe drop loot. I actually forget why the other thing is there. I don't know if we're supposed to make a bridge. Don't really need it though. See here we got some arrows. Everything in this game just looks so properly designed. Yeah, let's let this happen. Get some arrows. Oh, a cooked fish. With the magnesis room. It's pretty useful for seeing things that are like kind of hidden. If I remember correctly, actually, this is actually meant to use the bridge. I don't remember to where though. I think it's across these this mud pond. Just because the mud pond is actually not swimming in, and it might cause you damage. Yeah, can be a hassle to carry these things around, but it is what it is. Let's see this, yes. So normally you wouldn't see this rock because of the mud. Got a puzzle here. This is the Crocs. Little poop. It's a little turd from the Korok. Based how you position yourself around the item is how you'll carry the item. So you'll keep facing away from me. But I do believe there's a way to rotate it. If I remember correctly. Although I can't really remember. I don't want to bother to actually, because I don't think it's that much of a problem. Alright, here we go. There's like an extreme dead zone in this game for moving around. But yeah, those are fire arrows. Quite useful. Fire and ice. Yeah, we do have other shrines to complete. Although I still don't have any weapons, which is I'm worried about. I don't exactly remember where to get weapons from in this mode. And I'm sure this axe is getting ready to break at some point. Yeah. Just gonna get some water in case I feel the need to sleep somewhere. There's that monster camp over there, but kind of don't want to challenge it at the moment. So you'll see these lower enemy camps. I believe they rise when you get closer and they notice you. Kind of cool. It's like an airship effect. Pretty interesting. There's a bug. Those guys there, but I don't think I can kill them myself either. So you also notice Link got this quiver on his back when we got the arrows. It's pretty interesting how they add these small details to your character. Really always carried a lot of stuff, but you could never tell. But in this game you definitely can. See how it really is this adventure traveler knight hero kind of guy. It's pretty nice. Definitely feels more Link than usual, even without the normal green tunic that he wears. I was really hoping we did come across somewhere to get weapons. Normally they're just laying around. But over here you can see our first lineup really early in the game. Extremely hard to beat this early. Not later maybe, but I know a lot of people beat him pretty early on. I think I've seen people beat him with a rock. And nothing but a rock. That's not me. We don't do that. It's too much trouble than it's worth. You can kind of see me. I'm trying to use the Magnesis rune to look for items. There's another. The stasis room will let us see these kinds of enemies from far away. That way we're not getting caught by surprise. But yeah, these guys are really good at finding you, as you can see. And they'll kill me in one shot, I believe. So you see this door hidden here. I believe it's just got, yes, this Korok. Let's see, down here. We're gonna get to see my favorite thing to do this game, which is picking up a rock, finding these Koroks, and then just going to them and bus, dropping it on their head, because they make such a funny sound. But yeah, I don't know how good the audio quality is, but you can hear the Guardian moving there in the background. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's good, but it's insane too. I believe there's a chest nearby that we want to get. Might be that one, yes. I'm trying to use these as been trying to use it as a weapon. But yep, that's the Nintendo shirt. It's a bonus for buying the DLC. Doesn't really give you an upgrade, it's just a look change. I just like the color it adds from the beginning of the game. Yeah, I'm not worried about the monsters behind me. It'll draw me some body parts, but I think I'll be fine down here with what I have. They do have these abnormally long shrine entrance things that I tend to skip. Just because they're kind of have no reason to be that long. Although at least it is like cinematic-ish. Here are the bomb runes. Very interesting addition to Zelda. Yeah, they're pretty cool. There it is. I think I just tend to use. I don't remember how to throw it. How do you throw it? Oh my god, how do you throw it? Is it the R button? Oh, it is. For some reason, I thought you had to run to throw it. So we will get a weapon. Still two-handed. I do prefer one-handed weapons for shortened shield combat. Just because it's a lot easier to fight that way. I would definitely try out everything this playthrough. Yeah. I find it interesting how the symbol here, although an eye also looks like a bird symbol, kind of like the Hylian crest. It's never really explained why though. And here's another simple chest. Amber. Pretty easy to get, kind of useless, but it does get you money at least. I believe it was like 30 rupees worth in the stores. Here's our next tube thing. I really feel slow in this game for some reason. I think it'll just take me a while to get used to the controls, especially using these paddles. They're kind of finicky. But yeah, this is our second shrine. You can see they kind of just say the same thing, like, "Hey, good job. You seem like a hero." I believe the name of the monks from each shrine are like a name of a developer from the game. or like a take on the names. And I believe the monks are all different. If you pay attention closely, they have different designs. They might have different hair, different poses. This one is doing the triangle on to his bottom right, but our bottom left side. I believe there'll be another two that kind of do the other to make the Triforce. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, I don't know how I did that. That was interesting. I do want this. I don't believe this guy will die until. There you go. So all the bodies die. I got a shield. Yes, I know about the shield. Boko Club and the Fang. So there's more guardians here. I'm just gonna avoid for now. That's the best we can do at the moment. Now that we have the bombs, we are in pretty good shape to actually fight things, since the bombs are infinite, so we won't necessarily run out of things as often. We'll be able to use them to fight, although it does take some skill to do that. Yeah, I don't really want to hide from this guy. Just because I could not live or beat him, I think, at this moment. Oh, he sees me. Let's pray I can get far enough in time. Oh, yeah, I can. Okay. There's this guy sleeping. I want to let him be. They're just memes. You can't sneak up on them and, depending on your weapon, insta-kill them, but you won't in this case. I just want to get across over here. Not to we're here. I just want to check this out. But to the little hut over there. And then we can get up to our third shrine up there. Okay, yes, there's a chest over here. Bomb arrows. They all have very interesting designs. The different arrows. Need to cook, just so I have a means of not dying. I believe usually the old man is here. For whatever reason, he is not. I'll definitely take his torch though. And his peppers. And another axe. Ooh, okay, actually I can't carry any more weapons. Definitely drop the branch, 'cause that will not be doing anything for— oh, he's asleep. I've never seen that. I didn't know that was possible. Will he wake up on his own? Or rob him first? How is he able to sleep? Okay. But yeah, let's cook. apples. Pretty interesting. No, do not eat that. Whoops. This is just so I can have a way to replenish stamina for this climb we're about to do. I technically don't need it, but I would like it. As into cooking other things. Just, hope for another event coming soon. I don't need more stuff. Okay, I'm gonna need chicken. Hopefully my girlfriend doesn't see what I'm about to do. Apples. I try not to like have to climb to get these things. Bad for the environment. Don't do this at home, kids. That's another bird right there. I love that you can aim with the gyro controls here. I used to be a lot better at it, but I'm extremely rusty. Let's see here, and then we'll add an apple to that. There's actually many interesting recipes you can come across in this game as well. But we'll check those out later. I do want to really explore the recipes on this playthrough. I just there wanted to maximize what we can get from our items for our cold resistance, because we will need it soon. Awesome. So now that I can safely take damage and still have a way to replenish health, I'm still gonna want to. I don't know how to. Did I whistle? I whistled. I just don't know what to do with this guy. Okay, we got him. Got him dead. He's a menace. Truly. This is gonna be very hard. I actually don't think I can do this. Whoa. Yeah, maybe this was a bad idea. That worked. Oh, and things catching fire like grass will create this slight up breeze that we cannot do anything with right now. But you can see how some of the items are falling upwards. I don't want that club. I think. Actually, I don't. I don't want that club. guess we can take this bow. It's not stronger than mine, but it is what it is. But this guy, I think we can beat. Fairly easy as well. Okay, I didn't know they break so fast. Glad I didn't stockpile those. But yeah, there is bees nests in here, which is kind of annoying to get by. Unless you just use a bomb. Kind of worried I'm not talking loud enough because I cannot hear myself. But yeah, probably a little too soon to use the bomb arrows, but it is what it is. I needed some way to get that stuff out of the way. Yes, and there's items hidden in these boxes. Plenty some of our stuff, and then we'll find out what exactly is in here. I don't remember. Oh, that's awesome. Heck yeah. What's the nothing crazy, but this really lets you space out your enemies. Is he going to chop wood? Why does he run like that? Yeah, you're out of breath, bro. Anyways, we do need a way to get across, so we use that. That was close. Here's the scary part. You can see Link balance himself, put his arms out. He knows what he's doing. It's very great attention to detail on the game's part. So I don't need to fight these guys, but what I need to do is climb this wall, which can be quite troublesome. I believe there will be someone guarding. But I'm not sure. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. No, please. Okay. I forgot what these mushrooms do. We'll find out later when we cook one, what perk it has. But I believe from here, the climbing gets a little harder. Gonna let him rest. I feel like maybe my screen settings are just not for the game at the moment, because it does kind of look too bright, maybe. I'll see if I can swap it out. That might look a little better. Doesn't look as sharp, but the brightness is not insane. Maybe this is the way the game was intended to look anyway. But yeah, we're almost there to the top. I think I can spare a little bit here to make it a little faster, and then at the very end just use a jump. Oh crap, that's scary. And yeah, you see that rock there, but there's a little secret for it. We'll find out later. Here's the cool opening animations for the shrine. It's got this constellation thing going on. I wonder if their alignment on the map means anything, kind of like the Pyramid of Giza, just aligned with some of the stars. Those 3 tips. I don't know the name of the 3 stars, but I wonder if the shrines are the same concept. Here we'll get our 3rd rune, Stasis rune, I believe, which is a very interesting rune. I like it. Which seems to be getting an evolved form in the next game, as we see in the trailer from about more than a year ago, which is pretty embarrassing how long they've been taking to put out this game, or to put out more information. Yeah, here we can see we can stop time, which is relative to this platform. And we can like undo our thing, which shortens the cooldown actually. So there's a way to be efficient for it. And so when we are running up this thing, normally this thing might stop us, but we can just buy ourselves the extra second to get up. Yeah, it's a really interesting rune. I'm not sure if that's gonna actually. Oh, my favorite shield in the game. Actually, no joke. Let me break this one. So that you can do this, which kind of breaks the shields. There we go. You get this ragdoll effect as well. But I love this shield. I have it as a backpack as well. It just has such a good design. It looks really interesting. I'm gonna need that. Okay, thankfully I was able to carry it. This iron sledgehammer thing going on. Which shows us the other effect of the stasis rune, which we can build momentum. Pretty interesting concept. You can have it shoot around and stuff. And we'll see a lot more of that here in a sec, and in the rest of the game. But yeah, this shield has such a great design. I think it's my favorite shield in the game in terms of look. There's some other ones that are pretty close, but this one was used in the artwork for the game, so I grew pretty fond of it. And they made it look pretty well. And these spirit orbs we're collecting with the Hylian crest in them. Interesting, it doesn't have the Triforce on the crest, which is weird. Just the bird image, but they'll be used in a bit. We'll get to see what they unlock for us and what kind of reward they are giving of. But this rock has a chest stuck under it. We'll get to see just how much momentum you can build here. Pretty interesting. Wow, that just loaded out. The more we've gone on through time, I've seen how weak the Switch is. Really, makes you want more, especially that what are we, 5 years out? About to be 6, next March. Yeah, I think it's about time for another one. Even if it's not significantly stronger, it just needs to be able to handle more. Here you can see the temperature is super low, so we do need a way of staying warm. So for now, we'll use our food perk, to bypass that, and then I believe we'll be able to get something else later to help us avoid that. You can stay warm by fires as well, which is pretty cool. But in this case, I don't need to interact with those guys. I just need to keep on moving. So we have 3 minutes to get to the next destination until I use my other perk. Because I believe if I'm in a shrine, the perk will still continue to go on. And I just need to keep maximizing its use. I believe what we want to get to is like a top of a mountain. There's definitely a shrine at one, but there's another mountain we want to get on top of. Might be that one that spirals. I just remember, I think some monsters supposed to come out here. I'm surprised we haven't run into them already. But earlier in the options menu, I switched to a pro mode of the HUD map because the full mode actually has more information. As you can see, it brings up the controls on the top left. It also brings up the time of day, how much sound Link is making, which is that purple like static looking meter, and then the temperature. You can see it lowered the blue scale there because the resistance and a mini map, which is good, but I kind of like the look of the game without the information. I feel like I don't necessarily need that information, so I kind of just leave it off to be a pro mode, since this is supposed to be a harder playthrough of the game. Yeah, I believe. Yes, the old man is up here. Yes, I'm supposed to act cold. I did know about the Sheikah Slate. Yes.
Oh.
How exactly does he know? So, if you miss this during the initial like climb and pass through of this cold part, you can get it later from him at the cabin. Yeah, we'll put this on, which will let us be able to withstand the cold. You can see the cold meter's gone all the way down now, and then it's got this cold resistance thing going on. You can see the little snowflake with the two blue bars at the bottom. I can get another item that will fill that slot up, but I do not, and we do not get one anytime soon. So yeah, now that we've got this, we're free to roam a bit on this plateau and get the last shrine, which is gonna be over there. But I believe there's, yes, a Koroxy to get here, which are very useful later down the line once we figure out how to use them. I always thought this outfit looked funny on Link. I actually hate the design of this doublet. I feel like it looks weird, too puffy, but it makes sense, it does. And we'll complete this circle. Get this Korok to show himself. I did find you. And now we will bully him as well. Wow, it is so bright. I do not know what to do about that. Just almost cannot see anything. I'm not sure what settings I need to change. That sound you might have heard is the perk from the food leaving. So it's got an interesting thing going on there. But yeah, we'll let you know. Here's the last EX chest, I believe. It's got, I don't remember what it's got. I don't think it's anything useful, actually. But we collect it anyways. Yeah, just the bomb arrows. Which we might be able to use on that ice over there. I believe it's got something for us. I don't know if I could make this jump. I'll actually have to truthfully climb the mountain there. I was actually scale it. They could not really jump. Yeah, these guys try to fuck you over with the snowballs. We're just gonna go past them. Oh my god, I didn't think you reached. Let's see. This will be fine. I know that makes some crazy moves. But we can take care of them later. If need be. Probably don't need me. But yeah, let's get this last drop out of the way. I hope I'm not cutting it too close on time. I think it should be alright. These characters you see there on the thing, looks like text. They actually do have an alphabet. I believe it's correlates to the English alphabet. I think it says downloading. And ancient Shika, whatever the language is. But here's technically our final room. There's one more, but it's not necessarily like a gameplay mechanic, really. But here, we can spawn these things, but we can also use it to break them. Which is a pretty interesting mechanic. So he will go under to pick up this sliding door. And let's see here. There's an enemy. Yeah. I just want to keep interrupting his laser beam. We can charge here to have a fury of his. These ancient screws here. And then yeah, I believe we're just gonna wanna pick up this like scale thing going. Get up. And we are missing a chest. There it is. So I believe the max like high road things you can have are 3 at a time. And then when you make a 4th one, you'll just delete the oldest one. Which is can be controlled differently by how you destroy it in a certain order. I believe that's why they added that mechanic. But they'll be useful later, especially during a boss fight when you keep in mind that you can break them. I don't think it actually teaches you in general. It's took me a while to figure out how exactly to get past a certain part without it being so difficult. But yeah, here we'll get our 4th spirit orb. 4 is the magic number for these things. I believe the old man will talk to us right after we exit the shrine, or maybe it's in a bit. And now it's time for us to get our paraglider that he's been offering.
Ho!
Yes, they tell me everything. He wants me to meet him at the Temple of Time. And he disappears. With these colored, what do you call these? Colored, flames. So I've messed this up already. There it is. The chest was under it. Just because the water can be kind of cold. Nice. Yeah, it would actually hurt us. I died. I didn't know how fast it hurt you. But now I do. I'm not sure if it does double damage because of Master Mode. I don't remember dying that fast last time. That's whatever. I got the death over and done with. Preferably I never have died, but oh well. Yeah, let's get to this stupid thing over here. Let's go to the Wreckage Temple of Time. Very reminiscent of the one from Ocarina of Time. I believe some people say it is. This beetle here that I want to try grabbing. There we go. Because there's a character in this game who will know we have him, and want them. I don't remember he pays a pretty penny for them, but I do think they're worth having. Yeah, this is how you sneak around. You can lower your volume output, because things will react to your volume, how much sound you're making. If I had the regular HUD display up, you'd see how much I was making, but the more items you can take off as well, the lower your volume will be. So it's a cool little mechanic for that. I believe I was trying to show someone of the diving animation. Looking at here, and you can see the Korok. See, it comes out here. Fortunately, I don't get to drop a rock on this guy. But yeah. There is a little rock formation that's bubbled up here. I do not remember what's there. This is a rusty broadsword that is almost useless in the sense that it's weak, extremely brittle. Can't believe that worked. There is a way to restore those weapons, though. I don't know if that one's got any special value to it. They kind of make it look like the Master Sword. Sword in a pedestal. Yeah. Take our extremely skewed route into the Temple of Time here. You can see there a weapon breaking will just launch an opponent a lot of the time. Throwing them can deal damage to them as well. Like Yeah, it'll perform a critical hit. You see that at the top right. So it's pretty interesting. Let's see here. Another boat. I'm surprised we can carry that boat. But then I believe there's that up there. She can technically climb, but it's a pain in the butt. Here's the goddess statue of Hylia. It lets me pray, but I don't know if I'm supposed to give it up yet. So here she will trade the spirit orbs for either a heart container or extra stamina. In this case, I'm going to choose a heart container just because I'd rather not die. And yeah, 4 is a safe number to be starting off with. And I think he's upset that I gave away the spirit orbs already. And he tells me to follow him up there. But yeah, let's take off this ugly doublet. I believe there's actually a ladder up here. I don't remember what side it's on though. There it is. Then we don't have to scale it in a really weird manner. I believe there is something in that tower to get. But we'll check it out after this cutscene right here. If Link will climb.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramos Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists.
It's funny that I'm making this cutscene play with the Switch shirt, but I want him to see it.
The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness.
Always thought they looked horrifying.
It was they who sealed
this
Ganon away,
tapestry
using the
artwork.
power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power, and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link.
With the sword shirt.
Fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn.
Really
Then
detracts from the scene.
You were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Yes, give it to me. Now we can jump off edges and stuff. And we're free to get off the plateau. With that, it's pretty much the beginning of the game. That's the tutorial phase complete. I do want to get up to that other extra platform. If I can remember, yeah, we'll probably do it like this. But yeah, I was thinking that if the game was just a little high resolution, it would look amazing. Although some parts seem like they were not even intended to be high resolution. So maybe they would have had to make it that way as well. So I guess there's nothing up here. A little bit. You can see the paragliding mechanic. There's the Lionel, which we still won't challenge. Yeah, that's about everything for now. We get a few more things unlocked here with this complete, but we'll check those out in the next one. I think it's safe to call this episode or whatever it is here, and manually save. But yeah, thanks for checking it out. I think this should be like an hour episode, but yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Chamaus.